Thank you. I was so worried today I will go back to hospital again. Because last night I totally cannot sleep. Middle of the night, wake up very painful. But thanks to God for my prayer, it works. Right? I think, Ian, thanks to your essay that sent in, you cure half of my pain. When the homework comes in and when I start teaching, all my pain will be numb off. 被麻醉掉. So I rather to teach than lie on the bed. I know last few lessons you saw me lying on the bed. So must be positive thinking. And furthermore, all of you are having O-level coming. 加油 Don't give up. Okay? All right, so let's go through the lesson proper. Let me send a message to ask my colleague to get Zachary. Okay. What we have talked about last lessons is homogenizations and hybridizations, right? And later we will go through the answer as well. Okay, so let's go through the answer first. I prefer this. Let's see. One question. Let's see. What is the question that we did not do? We done this already, right? Somebody help me. When do we stop? Is it D? It is this question. Ian, Tian Xiang or Hui Ru. Where do we stop? Is it this question? A, B, C, we done already, right? Can you help me? Is this, I think A, B, C, we done, right? And then, is it B or C? Ian, Thomas? Yeah, any idea? If not, I'll just continue from here. Sorry. Okay. So I think we start with D. Having read source E and are you surprised by source F? Okay, source E. Wait, this is source E, right? Okay, source E. Let's recall. So it's an extract from Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, of course, and someone is the NUS 60th anniversary. Of course, Mr. Lee will carry weight, will carry power, will carry the authenticities, everything will be good, real, more supportive. And take note of these PMEs. You ever came up in your one of the exam before? What does it stand for? You guys will be in this kind of title. As long as you're going for your higher study, definitely your professional managers and executive. It's just like we go by ABCD, okay? Architect build life. B is bankers invest life. C will be C will be what? Suddenly I lost touch. Okay, now my D will be doctors save life. E will be engineer build life. I don't know, construct life. C will be maybe can't think of it suddenly. And then what about teachers? Teachers create more of this person professional life to build better life for people. So you guys are like the ABC, the architect, as engineer, all these people. Wait, So definitely, Mr. Lee would like to talk about why we need to welcome foreigners. And you can talk until the cow come home. Every country in the world, we still need foreigners. Okay, whether from the lowest income, lowest jobs to the higher job. As you know, got the S pass, E pass, EP pass, whatever pass. This country definitely needs a lot of foreigners, and we cannot have been xenophobia, anti-immigrants, right? So source F is an extract from the editorial article about anti-foreign sentiments published in today's newspaper. So this today newspaper is, I think, no more already in as I can remember. So this is a so-called national paper, so they cannot anyhow say things. They must be very objective on what to say, not subjective. They must be very clear of what they are supposed to say. And you must know, 怎么讲呢? You must know that whatever you say will have a very strong impact for foreigners to come to Singapore. So people say, Singapore newspapers is always biased, prejudice, 偏见的啦，讲什么都是讲政府好的. Not true. We always bring out the news that is relevant, reliable, and useful, not anyhow say. But of course, you might say, some people might say, no, Of course, you will say these type of things. It's supportive, right? So we're not going to read these articles already, because I expect you all to do your homework. Like Ian send the answer to me. Well done. Sorry, you just sent today, right, Ian? Correct. Sorry, I got no time to mark. If not, I usually mark, but I was whole day lying in bed on bed. Okay, practically 2 o'clock tuition Zoom. I continue sleeping until now. Just woke up a while, and the drugs is very strong. Hopefully, I'm still alert a bit. Okay. I say when it comes to teachings, it numbs my pain. But if the pain take over my teaching's passion, then so sorry about it. So now, when you look at this question, children, leaders, having read source E, are you surprised by source F? When you see the word surprise, you must have not surprised and surprise. Take down note. Please do not write one paragraph about surprise and not surprise. Okay? I'm not surprised because it's about an anti-foreign. So you see, having read source, are you surprised or soft ends? No, because we know that the keyword here is anti-foreigners sentiments. Okay, and I think last week we went through the sources, right? Correct, no, we went through, so 我们不要这样讲太多啊。Take note of June holiday. We're going to have some extra free lesson for you all to do face-to-face exam and face-to-face lesson. All right. Where am I? Okay. Thomas, 麻烦你读那个 not surprise 好吗？ Are you ready? Wait, give me a minute. Wait, give me a minute. Okay, 来读。
I'm not surprised that Singaporeans
bro, sorry bro, a bit 好像有一点杂声，你可以近一点吗？对不起。
I'm not surprised that Singaporeans still harbor such strong and intense happiness towards foreign talent, because the problems involving competition with the foreigners are still not solved. The evidence in source F is anti-foreigner sentiments dominate internet chatter. So much so that foreign trash Singapore has become a Google autofill option. This shows Singaporeans do have a lot of negative feelings towards foreigners and do not want them in the country, and such sentiments will not disappear so quickly, despite what the PM Lim says about harming Singapore's economy and reputation.
Exactly, thank you.
In
thank you. Saucy. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't know about y'all. I don't very travel a lot in a lot of countries. So when I was in England studying, when I was in China twice, and in Malaysia and other country in Vietnam, which country in Thailand. This year I'm going to Shanghai. Hopefully can see how beautiful Shanghai is. These few countries I travel. Sometimes when you go to other countries, when they know you're Singaporean, there are two things, Thomas. 哦，你是新加坡人啊？哇，你们的风景很好嘞，你们的政府很好哦，给钱啊，给钱啊，给钱啊。但有些他就讲哇，你们新加坡人很好练，你懂什么是好练吗？是Thomas。Anyone know what is 好练呢？好练 is a Hokkien word 福建话，就是很 very show off. Okay, you are very show off, very arrogant, attitude problem. You know, just a small country, you want to show off. I mean, sometimes it's true lah. Most of Singaporeans like to show off. I have to admit myself also. I'm proud, man. I'm proud to be Singaporeans. It's just like I'm also proud to be Chinese. Okay, my children always tell me that, Daddy, we don't look like Chinese. Maybe because of the Mongolia, 那个蒙古那时打仗的，我们可能混血的。But still, I'm Chinese because my surname tells you it's Song Cao the Song. So here is like what you are reading is true. The word harbor such strong and intense happiness. Please underline this word or write it down on your book. Because harbor strong and intense happiness, can use it in your history, even in your essay, even if you are next year going for A level, all these can be used. It's very good. These words are very useful. It helps to further explain why this is good and why it's really have an impact. So how bad it is that it will harm Singapore? Of course, if everyone were to say Singaporeans are anti-foreigners, take note, you will have people not to be able to invest, to innovate and involve, and also inject inject funds to Singapore, and then how? That's it. Let's say, Thomas, now you're 16 years old. In 10 years' time or another 15 years, you're 31. So whether you stay in Singapore, go to China, or even go to Australia, any countries, you bring along your roots. So when you go to another country, let's say somebody, okay, let's say now we go back to China, and let's say somebody from other countries, 老外, 外国人, they want to go to China and migrate. Will you welcome them, Thomas? Sorry, I didn't hear your answer. Yeah, Thomas, can we have a vote? Thomas, will you welcome?
I think no.
No, because recently China football got 2 foreigners, right? 有没有
Yeah.
2-3个
Yeah.
对吗？对哦。I was surprised when I saw them playing. One of them is from Brazil, the other one is from which country? I can't remember. I'm surprised. You only become Singapore citizen, Singapore citizen, what I'm talking. You only become China citizen, then you can play. Thank you. Yeah, were you encouraged?
I think I will encourage.
你会欢迎这些老外来中国移民啊？
I mean, like, yes, even though it's like even though China for now, right, there's quite a lot of unemployment rate for those who are just graduate. But I mean, like, China, they need like other countries people to immigrate to the country, because like we see I mean, like, China got a lot of good students, but they're not too creative. They're not creative enough, and that's why like they're not. I'm not gonna say they're not able to keep up with the improvement in technology. It's just that the improvement is not as fast as other countries. For example, USA. You see USA right now, the chip right is already like 3 mm, I guess. And then China is still at like 8 mm, so they still have quite a lot of space for improvement. But the problem is now, right? The other countries companies are moving out of China as well now, so it makes it more difficult for China to um improve on their technology now, because they're not. I'm not gonna say that too creative enough. It's just that they do not get the resources they need to like improve themselves, and then this is what caused that China is not lagging behind now. You see ChatGPT now, right? They can already create like videos which are really basically very real. You cannot even identify it, and China is,
Exactly.
yeah.
我不懂是真的美女还是假的美女。
Yeah, that's the problem. So
有一次我看那个 ChatGPT 美女，我老婆在后面看到，你在看女人啊？没有啊，这个是假的。跟她讲不要骗啊，等我说 Chat AI。
yeah. Yeah, so it makes it very difficult like for the students in China themselves to improve. So they need older people people to come to their country to like push them forward now. If not, they are just gonna keep lagging behind. Yeah.
说的头头是道，很好，洗耳动听啊，说的很妙。可是有几点不好意思雅叶教授，我有些不赞同啊。为什么呢？因为 take for example BYD 还有其他的小米这些，还有中国已经上去moon 了火箭这些。他从1900年到现在2024年，从那个孙中山开始到现在100多年，中国文化5000年，gunpowder calendar and a lot of things are invented by Chinese. I would say you're not wrong, 雅叶 because 你要知道中国的教育是因为是 more communism. Correct me if I'm wrong. Even now， 就像那些学生都不给补习，就是因为怕那个补习太过 competitive。所以你讲的没有错，所以很多中国人就是 out of China to look for better career aspect and opportunity。为什么呢？到头来我们还是要回去祖国。真的真的 ，of course 你们有些是 PR 了 Singapore citizen。You go back to 1941 to 1939, when a lot of Chinese people from China came to Singapore。当日本 Japan attack China 的时候，很多有钱人的商人都捐很多钱去中国打看那个什么日本鬼子来。所以 clearly shows that 我们有那个血脉啊。雅叶说真的是靠你们这一代了咯，就把你们下一代做得更栩栩如生。 我不希望你们的下一代，我的下一代变成是奴隶的 slave of the Western 啊。Seriously, I think how about you, 桂如 Zach, can you turn on your camera, please? Will you encourage?
No.
No 啊，为什么呢？
Because China is now like Chinese people need to work very hard in order to have a good university to join or a good job opportunity. So if there are more foreigners come in, then the rest of Chinese need to work much harder than now. So it would be very painful for them.
宝贝，我跟你讲，我们华人啊，一辈子都是很用功、刻苦耐劳的。说真的，我不是说 other race are not hardworking like Chinese 啊，我不是啊。我们的华人的传统都是埋头苦干的，很用功的。说得好Thomas, I forgot to ask you why you don't allow them to migrate to China and become part of Singapore, Chinese citizen.
这两个非常明显。
对不起，宝贝好，议员为什么呢？你要还是不要呢？
我要。
because yes or no?
Yes.
Yes
Cause like the foreigners, they can learn more about like Chinese culture, then like learn to appreciate the culture. Then they can like I guess I spread it to their own cultures and like families.
所以你在讲马可波罗了。马可波罗不是那时从元朝的时候 ，they go there and see 成吉思汗 ，and then they learn how to do 板面 ，end up 他们做不了板面，做 spaghetti 面，learn the cultures，and then 他们来到中国是什么？为了丝绸之路 ，OK，so you allow 议员你 don't forget I'm also a history so OK， 等一下我跟你讲我的答案 ，OK，天祥 ，what about you？ Will you allow them to migrate to China? Sorry.
No.
为什么？为什么你这么自私 ？Hello, brother, 亏嘞
I will.
？Yes or no？ 哎呦，我讲你 selfish， 你就讲 yes。BA 要自己主见呢。Why? Why yes?
Because they can learn more about Chinese traditions.
Okay.
Get more exposed to Chinese culture because they are their ancestors are from China.
OK， 说得好，还有吗？没啦。That's all OK, Zach, what about you, bro?
So what's the question?
Will you allow foreigners 老外to migrate to China and become part of the citizen in China?
If they commit to like the
No,
country
answer
and
yes or no first. Answer yes or no first, then you answer. Sorry, yes or no?
yes.
Okay, why?
If they provide like contributions and stuff, then like if they provide like proper contributions, like I don't see why not. Like for example, the Chinese football team, there's this like foreigner from Brazil, but he's like he migrated into China and now he's representing the Chinese football team. And like it's pretty controversial because there's people like when Singapore went against China, there were like a lot of people in the comments saying that he should not be representing China and China should be using their own players. But if you think about it, Singapore is also using players from other countries. Like they have like different origins and they like migrated to Singapore. So yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So you say, how about Thomas? 可以讲了吗？
Yeah.
为什么你讲不要？
I say no, not as in like completely no. I say no means that China no need like the foreigners from everywhere and like from every part. Like, I mean, you wouldn't want like people, even in Singapore, you wouldn't want people from like those part from America that is now very like very I don't know how to
chaotic,
say
chaotic, 很
yeah,
乱。
chaotic. Then also like you don't want those who would like to go Ling Yang go and come to your country and Ling Yang go in your country, right? That's a point. Like you yes, I understand that China need improvement. You must like accept more people. So like those who really have their skills and that technology to help China to grow. Of course, we must accept them. And but those who are not necessary in the part of China's growth, I don't think it's necessary to involve them in China. And also China have a big population base, so yes, yes, I understand that the the learning the learning style in China now is not very that creative. It's a bit pressured on the children. So like all the children come out is like not in the same all in the same frame. Like they don't have their own thoughts. But I mean, this kind can improve this through this kind of studying way. They can improve their skills. That's why we can see that on average, student from China is always on average smarter than the others, right? That's the point. So that we own base, we through this kind of teaching techniques, we improve our students' basic technology, improve their skills, and let them have a further for further skills that can help to improve on everything like military, healthcare, and everything. Then further on, we on that part, on the part where we need some innovations, then we go ask for some help from the other countries. But mostly, I don't think we need any foreigners to come in now.
High five, man, bro. High five, high five, high five, high 10. I am the one recording live here, not xenophobia. I will not want any foreigners. If I'm a Chinese citizen in China, I will not want any foreigners to come into China as a citizen. Sorry, Zach. The two fella is just to take their skills, the Brazil's player. Singapore, why keep saying Singapore? China got 1.4 billion people. 1.4 billion people， 你不要跟我讲到找不到一个才华。你看那个少林足球那个周星驰的 movie 你就知道了。We definitely, for me, I will definitely not support it. Very simple. 你看过那个八国联军吗？中国被八国联军备战在上海。You should know the story, yeah. I will not want to see that happen again. China 变成四分五裂。I don't really trust the Westerners a lot. Even they give us a lot of good things. Okay, and you look at the years of 1,000 years of history until now. A lot of foreigners want to come to China to take away things from us. Number one, 古董. Number two, products and services. Right? To be honest. So China has a lot of beautiful things. I'm not against the Western, but I'm just putting my point of view. I will not support foreigners. I like the way you say, Thomas. 如果我们需要knowledge and R&D, well, we can send our scholar, our professor, whoever, go overseas and learn from them and come back. Absolutely good. I don't want, because as a history teacher and students, I've seen the past history of China has been a slave to Westerners, and I don't want to see this happen again to my next few generations. I think India is the same thing. It has been colonized by the British. And yeah, why you say Singapore, Zach, that they allow foreigners, right? Singapore don't have a specific race, brother. 你懂意思吗？新加坡是 mixture, rojak. Okay, all different race. But 中国不一样。99% is Chinese. If you let the foreigners to come in influx, 到时中国不懂是什么嘞。Sorry. And same thing to Japan. They also don't encourage a lot of people to migrate. You can say you married to their wife, their husband, they're Japanese or Chinese. Okay, I agree with those people who say no. I'm not saying that yes is wrong. No need to learn culture, Yiyan and Tianxiang. We don't need them to come and learn our cultures. They can learn in other ways. They can come here as a student, as a visa, No, to learn a few months and then please FO. That's it. Take for example, 我们最出名的李小龙 ，you see, they just bring the whole entire 武馆去 US 就可以。We are supposed to expand, not letting people to come in. Okay, this is very sensitive issue, and you may not talk about this in school, but in school is a 空间 for us to express or impress ourselves. Right? Thank you for those. 我听得真的很爽啊。Okay, not saying the yes one is no good, but the no one, I feel that you know where it is. Because first of all, based on the history of China and the future history of China, yeah, I totally agree. The student will be getting now may not be so creative because of certain things. But I agree with some of you say that the people, the younger one will be more creative because you guys will be parents next time. You know what it is. So your kids will be definitely better. I don't want my Chinese students and Chinese kids to be less inferior than the other race. 一视同仁, fair enough. But because China that time was because of the Tang Song Ye Ming Qing, the dynasty who create the imperialism and screw up the whole system. So now you understand because this one is very sensitive. Later on we'll do the slides. Back to Tianxiang, surprise please.
So can I just cut in for a while? I don't think it's that the Chinese students are not creative enough. I mean that the Chinese are not very creative, but they don't have the resources to not do it. You see in the news, right? It's just like there are quite a lot of corruption in the universities. So in just okay, right? There is this one case in China which is like quite hot in China right now. Is that there is this one school, right? The professors ask them to like make fake reports, and like the equipment are all spoiled. They make fake reports and they don't get any like they don't have any process actually. So I think and this is not the only case now. It is just only one of the cases which is like reported out by 30 students. And there are afterwards, right, this year is like there is another case again about almost the same thing now. So I don't think it's like they're not creative enough, but it's just that they don't have the resources they need for them to not improve. That's the point.
Thank you. But can I counter debate and argue with you? You all play Genshin. Genshin is made in China, right? There are a lot of games also. I watched a lot of Chinese drama and some movies, some drama, they show how they create games. Okay? 你讲文化, I think 中国是顶呱呱的. Okay, not because you are a Chinese student of China. I'm very pro-Chinese because I'm Chinese. And then I like China because in my study, I always major in my China history. But the only thing I don't like is because presently China is a communist country. That's all. I don't like communists. Okay, that's all. Okay, I'm not against the government. I just don't like communism. But based on what you say, yeah, 没有错. That's why you see, as a communism country, there's some restriction. You know what I mean? Why in China we cannot use Google? We cannot use this and that. So in Singapore also the same thing. Why other country can do vaping? Why Singapore cannot do vaping? You know what I mean? So this one has their own restriction. I strongly believe, yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe I heard you wrongly. China students is creative. Yes, I totally agree. But it's the kind of 空间, the ability to be creative as limitations. But I can bet you, if China can make 3-4 aircraft carriers and go to the moon and others, the distance to be creative is very soon very good. That's the reason why I want to go Shanghai and Guangdong to see some of the ideas and come back and see how it works. I wouldn't say that they don't have but the creativities or the lack of this. 我觉得我们华人有一样东西 disadvantage 就是我们很自私 very selfish. 那个什么师傅给你有10招，他教你9招。But that's something we need to change. Hopefully with your generations, we can expand this and help people to be more advantaged with creative and resources. I'm not surprisingly, if you say Chinese people's copying or whatever it is, Japanese also the same. Everyone copying one another. The purpose is to make the life better for the world. But of course, you don't copy until, like the drones are supposed to be good. but end up Iran is using drones to attack Israel. Israel also using drones to attack Palestinian. That become a vital and a lethal weapons to kill. All right. Thank you for your 澄清the checking out on this. Tian Xiang, surprise, please.
I'm surprised that Singaporeans are reacting favorably towards foreigners in real life. Prime Minister Lee says in Source E tendencies to blame everything that happens in Singapore on foreigners, which shows that Singaporeans do not like foreigners and will say negative things to them. However, in Source F, foreigners said Singaporeans were quite pleasant towards them. The evidence is they spoke positively towards their daily interactions with Singaporeans at work or other social settings. This shows that Singaporeans are actually friendly towards foreigners and not as unhappy about them as PM Lee believes Singaporeans are.
So is it true that people are blaming that they're not supporting the supporting the F, that Singaporeans are quite pleasant to them? Is in fact, Mr. Lee has the best information, right, Tian Xiang? He's a prime minister, he will always have the first-hand information, how through the resources, the statistics, the research that he will have. And as a prime minister, he definitely have to speak something good about it, to say that we have to welcome, because if he speaks something not right, the country will collapse. Just like, next month, Mr. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong is going to step down. Mr. Deputy Prime Minister Lawrence Wong will be taking over the reign of Prime Minister in 15th of May. So how is he going to support foreigners to come to Singapore? I think definitely yes. All right. So because in the next 10 years, no need 10 years. In the next 5 years, you guys who are Singaporeans, you'll get to vote. And this vote will determine the futures of your next generation, as my generation as well. So you realize all these social studies is 真的是有息息相关在 day-to-day life. So social studies always do it, keep changing. And I recently saw the social study textbook, Ian. Finally, I got one student show me. They talk about Ukraine and Russian war, right? In the textbook, they talk about this, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that true? In your textbook, you check. I think I saw this. All right, so let's talk about not surprised with cross-referencing. Remember, surprise or not surprise, you need to cross-referencing. If you don't cross-referencing, then it doesn't make sense to prove that whether it's surprise or not. Right, so Zach, would you mind read the 2 paragraphs, please?
Cross-reference with source D shows that there were people who are upset with foreign talent being in Singapore. The unhappy faces of the people using the MRT when it is overcrowded with foreign talent show the negative feelings Singaporeans have towards foreign talents, and so we are being hostile towards them.
So not surprised what F say, not surprised what source F say. So with cross-referencing, they show that wow, all so congested, 挤到水泄不通。哎呀，你们这些外国人跟我回家了，跟我抢位置。Sign, huh? Why? Next one.
Cross-referencing with source A, it shows that 62% have foreigners as friends, which shows that Singaporeans are actually welcoming of foreigners and are not upset with them, as those online comments make Singaporeans out to be.
How? This one support, but I feel that this cross-referencing for source is a bit short. Okay, not very convincing, but okay, at least it showed the surprise. Thank you, Zach. I may need to go toilet for a while. I'm so sorry. Zach, why not you finish it up for which one is for me? This one. Zach, yeah, Zach.
Not surprised explained by provenance context. I am not surprised that it is reported that Singaporeans are welcoming towards foreigners in real life based on the context of source E and F. PM Lee did not mention the schemes already put in place, as he wanted to warn Singaporeans about the negative impacts of their non-acceptance. Source F is providing a balanced view, so that I am not surprised that Source F will make mention of the positive reaction of Singaporeans.
Yeah, you see, because this is a local, so-called the state government's own newspaper. So they have to be more impartial and say things about reasonable things. Yes, of course, you can tell me, oh, Uncle Raymond, that means it's censorship already, law. Certain things they censor off, this like that. Not true and true. Because true is that why should we put negative things inside? When you make the 人心惶惶, scared and everyone got big question mark. Okay. True enough, there is some this. Not true is that because there are really some reason that people are still welcoming foreigners to Singapore. Whether you like it or not, this is going to be stay for many, many, many years to come. As long as there's a new government very anti-foreigner, then sorry, I hope I wouldn't want to see this happen in my living years. Okay, right. I definitely welcome foreigners, even I go other countries. But then, Uncle Raymond, why China? If you are staying in China, why not welcome foreigners? Different. You have to know the cultures, the religions, and the values difference. Okay, and look back of the history, what China has different. You see, Mongolia was considered a part of China, but you see the change, and then next. So I feel it's different. Okay, all right. Singapore should welcome foreign talents using sources. In this case, explain how far will you agree. So there will be 1, 2 marks. Okay, so all the sources. You say 4 marks, 10 marks. Okay, this one. Then 5, 8 marks. Then finally this one. So this one, take note. In my June exam, there will be something like that, 10 marks questions. This 10 marks is very easy to take one, seriously. Okay, very easy to take. If you want to do the 10 marks question first, yes, but not advisable. Okay. Hui Ru, can you read? I disagree.
I disagree that Singaporeans should welcome foreign talents because foreign talent create competition for jobs with locals. In source B, foreign talents are perceived to steal jobs and prevent Singaporeans from being hired for high-paying jobs. The evidence is we turn towards foreigners instead, turning them into the samples of our losing anger. Hence, the competition is for jobs, and Singaporeans still see foreign talent as competitors and do not welcome them. In terms of resource, source D shows that Singaporeans are in competition for use of the RT and are unhappy about it. It shows that the MRT train is very crowded due to the high number of foreign talent in Singapore, and the commuters are very unhappy about it. So Singaporeans are not welcoming the foreign talent.
So source B and D is very clear cut. The picture speaks 1,000 words, right, 慧荣？就是说他们不欢迎，他们要多一点空间，给你多一点空间，那你怎么样 support the country？你看中国已经要老化了嘞，每个人都不要生孩子，怎么办？现在全部就是 robot 啦。哎呀，那时我有问过你们一个问题，对吗？说 how many children we all want to have？ 你看我们的 big grandparents 他们有10个孩子哇，可以 one football team， but now you see very sad Okay, yeah, please, I agree.
I agree that Singaporeans should welcome foreign talents. Source A shows that there are 82% of Singaporeans who think that Singapore needs foreigners, and 58% that agrees that foreigners contribute to economic growth. 62% of Singaporeans call foreigners for their friends, and 69% feels that Singapore should not ban foreigners totally. Hence, this shows that Singaporeans are welcoming of foreign talents and do not see them as a threat. Source F states that foreigners have pleasant experiences with locals in real life. The evidence is they spoke positively about their daily interactions with Singaporeans at work or other social settings. This shows that Singaporeans do not see foreign talents as competition since they are on pleasant terms and so are welcoming of them.
Opens arms. So source A is a very clear cut. I think of all the source, the statistics show in source A is the best to prove that we are really embracing, welcoming, and supportive of foreigners to come to Singapore. Yeah, we have to. I will keep emphasizing we have to. This is a small country. We need brain power. Okay. You know a lot of what do you call this? Singaporeans end up, you know what happened? They are being poached by other countries to work in overseas. 我们的精英培养到那些精英，最后每个都是出国。Of course, there are other companies who pay better pay. Of course, now you understand why a degree is still very, very important. Seriously, unless that person don't have degree, but he worked very hard, 埋头苦干, working 10 to 15 hours per day, left sleeping 8 hours, less than 8 hours or 20 hours a day. Cannot lah. You will tire yourself. Anyway, if you are talking about professional like architects, lawyers, doctors, they also work very long hours. So which one you want? You want to have a good degree, work long hours, or you don't want to have a good degree but work long hours? Both also earn a decent living. But you realize a lot of every time I got a lot of ex-students, they are all from China and other countries. Their parents are here. And some of them might ban, some of them work long hours. Even Saturday, Sunday, they also work like, oh, nobody business. Seriously. And then most of Singaporeans say, no, I got family, I don't want to work on weekends. So the foreigners take over the jobs. Just like the day I was at A&E hospital, I think out of 10 nurses, only 1 or 2 are Singaporeans, the most 3. The rest are Filipinos and Burmese. Seriously. So it's really different. So whenever you're writing this kind of SRQ or even your essay in English or in future A-level GP paper, be more alert in what you write, okay? 90% are definitely agreeable. Okay, Ian. Okay, this one is what? Oh. Ian, can you read this one?
Source B is Mr. Roy, whose social activism targets the government's policies, which he perceives as being unfair towards Singaporeans. However, it is only one person's opinion about the issue and cannot be taken to represent the majority or all Singaporeans. It cannot be determined if there are many more Singaporeans who feel the same way as he does. The reason why Mr. Ng would say these things could be to create controversy so that more people would read his blog, driving his leadership up and earning money from it. There could be people who agree with his view, but his opinion alone cannot prove that Singaporeans are not welcoming of foreign talent, or even that all Singaporeans think that way.
Yeah, exactly. As I told you, Mr. Noinen is an opposition party. There's one time he went to go for apply for this election, even wear slippers, and I think he's a full-time tutor. Okay, and to tell people, you see, you need not have to wear very nicely to go for to get an application form. I'm not sure I'm right to say that. So, but no matter how you have to be decently dressed, you don't want the prime minister to dress slippers and sandals and Bermudas. Nothing wrong, nothing wrong. But in the eyes of the world, a leader must have some charisma. Okay, 有那个尊严有那个气派 right? 才可以做领袖嘛。So this is a typicality, one person saying that. So, okay, so disagree. Right? So, what else? Okay, may I have who haven't read? Zach, 你读了吗？还没有。
I read already.
Okay, Thomas 读了吗？没有。Thomas 读了，每个人都读了。OK， 好，我们需要 volunteer， 天翔可以吗？
There are Singaporeans who
No, here.
there have been complaints made against hiring foreign talents, especially in industries which have an abundance of Singaporeans looking to enter into the sector, especially PMEs, since I disagree that Singaporeans do not welcome foreign talents and see them as competition. They still do, and Singaporeans are unhappy about it as it threatens their ability to keep up with the high standard of living here in Singapore.
What happened? Stop here for a while. What happens? I saw some news. I'm not sure how true it is. There are some Filipinos and foreigners, not just Filipinos or Indians. They will purposely, once they come to Singapore, they will give 2 weeks to interview Singaporeans, but later they will decide to get their own people to come here with S pass, E pass, whatever pass to come to Singapore and work. And then later found out, hey, how come this job can be given to Singaporean, why they give foreigners? Three things. One, maybe the pay is very low, the Singaporean don't want. Two, the working hours is very long, don't want. Third is maybe because they feel that these job requirements are very stressful, they don't want. So with these three reasons, the foreigners don't mind to come here. They get used because in their country, they're really super stressed with. They got no money to eat, unemployment, hunger. So to them, coming here to earn a few $1,000s, even it's lesser, they don't mind because the money exchange rate, they go to Malaysia, India, and Philippines, they can buy a land and build houses. But Singaporeans keep complaining, say that, wow, this job is, I'm so sorry. 人家讲这句话对吗？雅叶接下来跟我讲了，人生在福中什么？
身在福中不知福。
对咯，身在福中不知福啊。Be contented 啦 ，please. Sometimes you all just shut up, not you 我不是叫你雅叶 shut up. Singaporean, please shut up and just keep quiet and do your job. If you keep complaining, it's not very healthy. Now, nothing wrong to complain. If you think it's good to complain, but these are things like job, all these things, is your choice. But why are you bringing your people, bring foreigners, talents, and come in? You can do the job, then you prove it and stay. The government is not blind. They will know what to do. So carry on. Next paragraph, Tin Xiang.
There are Singaporeans who, by giving a balanced conclusion and resolution, there are Singaporeans who will feel that foreign talents have not contributed much to Singapore, or feel that they have stolen jobs from the locals, since it seems to be the case that Singaporeans are being hired for jobs that foreigners are being hired for jobs, which Singaporeans are probably qualified to do. However, it is probably only a minority who feels that way and not the majority of Singaporeans. Singapore does not have a large population, so in order to ensure continued economic growth, it is necessary to introduce foreign talents into sectors which Singaporeans do not have the expertise to venture into. Having said that, it is also necessary to ensure that Singaporeans are not made to feel second class in their own country or discriminated against or feel that sense of loss of national identity, which is important to ensure the survival of Singapore as a
sovereign state, sovereign nation.
就是
这个字很好用in the old social study textbook, they have this sovereign state, 就是说 independence, not interrupted by other foreign country. That means they are democratic, 就是独立式 okay? And the word pronounced is expertise to venture into it. All right, so you see, I would like to say this, you say foreigners stole their job. Totally disagree. Okay, 这是一派胡言all right, if really foreign take the jobs, I think a lot of Singaporeans will be a lot out of jobs. There are many jobs there. If you go jobstreet.com, DB jobs, a lot. Recently, I helped my sis to find jobs. I said, wow, there are so many jobs there. Even though you want to work as a waiter or F&B, something like that, or even office clerk or this stuff. Yeah, maybe the salary is low. Excuse me, sorry. You still have a chance to work on that. You still have an opportunity. Nobody says Singaporeans are second-class citizen. Nobody they are discriminating Singaporeans. 你自己这样看法, then you will always be negative. So when you are writing this, especially the structured response questions, the third paragraph, let's say you agree or not agree with foreign talents. Is it government's issue or individual issue to welcome foreigners or what? I'm telling you, it is individual's issue, not the government issue. Because if majority of Singaporeans were to vote against the government for bringing foreigners, that's it. So not everyone at that way. So from the voting, 从那个投票可以看得出谁是会想的。有些嘴巴好像河马这么大讲话，可是没有 power 的。Okay. All right. So this is 1E, right? 1E is all the agree and disagree. Well done. Let's hear from Ian. Once you finish this, I need to go for a toilet break for a while. Then we do the things. Okay. Come on, Ian. Let's go. Sorry, Ian. Sorry. Before you start, can all of you please next time hand in your homework with line, with foolscap line paper. Don't write this on this type of paper. Even though I know your handwriting is, to be honest, not sarcastic, the tone is positive, very nice. But please don't write on this type of paper because in your exam, you are writing on lines. And best is to leave a line. Okay, thank you. Carry on.
I agree with this statement. Singapore supports this view as the majority of Singaporeans think that foreigners contribute to the economy of Singapore. This can be seen from 60% of Singaporean survey takers.
The Singaporeans with an S are Singaporeans survey. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, takers, correct. You're right. No correction. Yeah. Carry on.
Agreeing that foreigners take up jobs Singaporeans shun. And 58% of the survey takers who agree that Singaporeans,
They're foreigners.
the foreigners contribute to economic growth.
Now you understand why the line is very important because if you can read mistakenly like that, can you imagine the marker also got problem read through? Carry on.
This indicates that that a lot of Singaporeans think that the economy of Singapore will improve with the influx of foreigners.
Stop there. I like this sentence very much. Think and believe. Can you write down think and believe? You got the paper there, right? Think and believe that. Or you can say that Singaporeans strongly think and believe that the economy of Singapore will improve with the good influx of foreigners. With a good influx, good influx. Use the right adjective. Carry on.
As some of the foreigners take up jobs that are avoided by Singaporeans, hence making Singaporeans economically competitive, and Singaporeans will support the welcoming of foreign talent. Source E also supports this view as it shows...
More economy competitive and Singaporean would support the welcoming of foreign talents. Foreign talents with S, okay, that's where English, never mind, but I feel that you should put a full stop here. Okay, by Singaporean, okay, then you put there a bit H, a bit hands. Okay, please all listen up. Okay, when all listen up, this is to tell the examiner to go for L1, L2, L3, then you put a full stop here. Then you put a bit H. Okay, then you underline. In your exam, you underline. You are telling them, I'm doing level 2 now, L3, L4, hands, then you comma. Okay, get it, Let's go.
Source E also supports
Can we start from hands? I'm so sorry, my dear.
Hence, making Singapore more economically competitive, and Singaporeans will support the welcoming of foreign talent.
So you say you got L2, you got 3 marks or 4 marks from this already. Getting to pass it. Source E?
Source E also supports this view as it shows that Singapore requires the skills and experiences of immigrants. This can be seen from we need foreign professionals, managers and executives, PMEs, as they create good jobs for locals. This shows that only foreigners can meet the criteria for some occupations essential to Singapore, which can open up job opportunities for Singaporeans.
这是你自己的字吗？
Yeah.
这是你自己的字啊 ？I mean 废话是你写的，我知道。这是你自己的 own word 是吗？
Yeah.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, you see like this one, full stop already, you see the full stop here, then you put the hands underline. So instead of hands, you can put therefore or thus. You can put hands or therefore, thus the 3 magic words, hands, thus, therefore. So you can put thus also, nothing wrong. Underline, in the exam, this is L4 already, okay, for example. Okay, so you're telling the marker, hello, I'm going to next level already. Please give me more marks. I'm going to explain to you thus or hands. Let's go. Singapore?
Singapore should also welcome foreign talent to give higher income. However, I also disagree that Singapore should welcome foreign talent. Source B supports this view as it shows that Singaporeans blame foreigners for stealing their economic opportunities and incomes.
Very good. I like the word economic opportunity and social benefit. Can you write down social benefit, everyone? Social benefit. What is a social benefit? 就是 like edusave, medisave, or what some GST voucher, CDC voucher. Why? Because all these foreigners one day will become Singapore citizen. So instead of that, the actual Singaporean will feel that they took away their social benefits. Okay, thank you. Social benefits, huh? Let's go.
This can be seen from because we are not able to advocate to the government for policies to protect our jobs and wages. We turn towards foreigners instead. This highlights that Singaporeans accuse foreigners for such an economically competitive society. Hence, welcoming foreign talent could
Stop here. Same thing. Underline. So you see, they are telling people, okay, to link. So you are actually asking the examiner to pause for a while to look through it and give you marks. If not, they read, you see, so long. My goodness, it's so long. Very good. But you see, you might lost somewhere in the thread. So you underline, then you know, oh, this one got 1 point. This one got another point. This one got another point. Get it? Now, please do that in your exam, even your school exam. If you have this WA2 coming out, do this. Nothing wrong to underline. I always tell my students for many years, donkey years until now, if you don't want to underline, it's your own issue. I don't care. But it's good to underline to tell the examiner. Even if you are doing history also, you can do that. Carry on, my dear.
welcoming foreign talent could decrease the social cohesion in Singapore, causing chaos and confusion.
True enough, during that time, where these are Little Indian riots in 2013, I think, okay, or 2012 or 2013, that's why, because now after 10:30, nobody is supposed to drink beer because of the Little Indian riots. Right now, Little India riots, can Google it, RIOTS. Sosdi?
SOSD also supports this view as it shows that foreigners cause overcrowding of public transports. This can be seen from the cartoon showing that the train is a lot more packed with people after the influx of foreign talents. This tells us that Singaporeans are not appreciative of foreign talents in our country, and as they take up a lot of space in public transport. And Singaporeans have a bad impression of foreigners and do not support the welcome.
Thank you for you submitting this homework. When I was lying down in the bed, I roughly read through. Wow, I got the bright light. They say, whoa, good. Ian, from now on, if you are doing this kind of question, just remember to underline, and you cannot write like that. Because of this one, no foolscap paper. You have to paragraph it. So this one is one paragraph, right? Up to here, one paragraph. Then this one, you must leave another paragraph. So it's very congested. So you must show that this is a next paragraph. Then maybe the next one. Where the hell is it? This one, another paragraph. Okay. Okay, I'll give this paper how many marks for this one? So it's better 8 marks. 5 to 8 marks. L4. How come we do L4? To score additional 2 marks, candidate can take any of these 3 routes. Okay, this one, and I've explained. They are Singaporeans. So the last paragraph, you did not add in on that, but you only say this. So if you were to add in these two marks, this is the 2 marks. You only way, so you must give a conclusion like this. But you did say something here. Okay. So this paper will, for me, will be okay. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's go on to the next topic. Give me a minute. I need to go to toilet. Okay, give me a minute. 14. All right, sorry guys, I'm back. So let's talk about humanizations and in entertainment. So people do not become subjects of American ideology through the consuming of American culture content. Instead, Americans' culture content empowers people to develop their own identities. For instance, the Asian middle class women watch American soap operas. They see the possibility to marry a love to others. Well, is it true? You mean after watching this, you were married to foreigners? Last 2 months was Taylor Swift, American's idol. No, American celebrity singer. I think a lot of them follow them, dress like her. Wow, seriously. Would you do that? Yeah, yeah. 你会做吗？你会啊？你会做好像 Taylor Swift 这样他们的粉丝这样，你会吗？不会。No. How about you, Zach? Will you? Will you do the extreme or they really dress like Taylor Swift, that kind of costume, the what friendship bracelet?
No.
Yeah. No. But unfortunately, so cannot use the word unfortunately, sorry. But a lot of people that day, wow, a lot of thousands of people, if you see, oh my goodness. So like this one, you say empower your rappers, slaves. I don't like rapping. I also don't like hip hop. Okay, and you might think in performing Chinese, I still prefer my traditional values. And yeah, okay. Do you agree? This example. So can you give me one more example that really that take over another's cultures now? Back to you, Tian Xiang. Which one do you think? Everyone say Can you all think? So I already give example Americanism. How about others? I come out. Another one is a British Got Talent. OK. 还有吗？很多啦，想不出啊。中国好声音有没有？中国好声音有没有？你有没有看到 Uncle Raymond 在里面唱歌？没有啊，因为当我要唱歌的时候，Thomas 去关掉电视机了，不要看了。Uncle Raymond 唱歌算了，等一下我的 laptop 坏去了。what about 那个奔跑吧兄弟，还有那个 Running Man from Korea， 对吗？还有什么啊？还有那个 sitcom 是什么Friends， 美国的那个 Friends，all these things Does it help? Of course, you can improve your Chinese, your Mandarin, your English lah. Definitely, it's very good Okay. Where's my slide? Okay. So, is there a threat now? Let's discuss. Threatens local culture, language, and local entertainment industry. Write down, please write down. I send to you all. Or you can. I send to all of you. Then you go and copy it. Definitely your culture, language, and entertainment. France concerned with the American dominance in the European film industry. Hence, restriction of foreign media in the entertainment industry will make 40% of the TV programs must be in French, and TV programs of non-European origins cannot exist. You see, you know right now, you understand what is the France assimilations. So if you tell me to let the foreign to come to China, slowly all the Chinese 那个旗袍、那个功夫costume， 还是那个茶道还是普洱茶变成什么茶？铁观音也没有了。Okay, that's how I feel. So let's ask. 天香 do you think Americanism is a threat? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why?
Because then American, like there's many products from America, so they will probably they will work for America, so those talents will work for America in those high salary companies.
So the word is called cannibalism， 就是把它吃掉。写下来 is cannibalism， 吃掉它。Very good. How about Thomas later turn on camera? Ian, is it a threat?
Yeah.
Why?
It could American culture could like influence other culture.
Word
Then,
erode 啊，erode write down the word erode 就是去掉 erode eradicate erode， you know soil erosion 啊，erode 啊 erode。Okay, what else?
Yeah, then the tradition will like lose its meaning.
Ah, thank you. How about Zachary? Yes or no, Zach?
Yeah.
Why?
Let me think.
Sure. 雅叶，你觉得呢？美国的那个 entertainment 是不是一个 how you say trend in Chinese 啊？
威胁。
对，危害跟危险，对，你觉得呢？
I mean, like I don't actually think so, because
What do you think?
just for entertainment. I mean, like the audience, right? They get that they are being entertained, and the 电视台人员 they also get their views, and they still get their money, right? It's a double win. And then for the local culture and language and the local entertainment industry, right? How do I express it? Like,
Sorry, last part I didn't hear you.
I mean, like, even if you cancel this entertainment, I don't think there will be more and more people who will go for local culture or language or local entertainment.
Oh, got a point. You got a point. Yes, yes. Yeah, you cannot stop the next week, sir. Yeah, yeah. Hey, you got a point there. It's true. 是祸躲不过，是福短不出 something like that. 慧茹呢？
Maybe I will feel yes in the past years, but now I feel not, because more and more Chinese now realize the Chinese
drama, right? The entertainment drama 哦。
就是他们现在就是更宣扬那个新中式的那个文化，所以
对对对对。好啊，就是说跟你讲，接下来的那个风水轮流转是中国在起潮，所以美国跟 Westerners 怕吗？怕没有不能占足一席那个老大的席位吗？说他们又用尽不卑鄙无耻、下流不仁不义不忠的手段去破坏啊！他们没有那个 gentleman 啊，in my opinion 啊。Thank you, agree 啊，会有还有吗？没了。OK，how about you, Thomas？你觉得呢？
Yeah. I think this is a threat. Yeah.
How serious do you think?
How serious? I think it's a bit serious, not very serious, but a bit serious.
Hey, make up your mind, brother. Serious.
Yeah, I mean, it's serious, but not that serious. It's a bit serious.
Oh, so to a certain extent
Yeah.
lah. Oh, okay. 为什么？
Because I mean, it is a threat, because as you can see that just like like last time you give an example, like the child, they don't know what is the what is the 粽子. You ask them what is it? Oh, is it a burger? I don't know. But then if you ask them what is a KFC, what is McDonald's, they will immediately say, oh, what is it? Or it's a fast food restaurant. It comes from America. What flavor they have, all kind of things. And this kind of things is all from the
Okay.
America. And
I
also
see.
like you see all the Hollywood in English is what?
Very pro-American, huh?
Like no, the movie is the Hollywood is what in English?
US.
No, I mean the English is what? The Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Yeah. You see the movies in Hollywood, like it has been becoming more and more popular. I mean before. Yeah, so like more and more people is watching it, more and more people is thinking about the ideas about it, and yeah, and like all the things, all the values shared in the video on in the movies is like starting to change people's mind, and think that, oh, that's what's supposed to be, and that's how it's supposed to go.
Well done. Well
And
said. Propaganda.
like,
The word
yeah.
propaganda.
On the influence of the Americans, like you can see that many people are moving to America. even if through illegal ways, just thinking that, oh, America is better, it's through more freedom there.
Exactly.
Yeah, the air is fresher. It's all kind of weird reasons.
Yeah,
But
but
they won't think of the facts. They just go there because they like there. They think that is good there. Then,
very true.
Then the not very threatful part is like, we got our own culture, and like just America is like it is a new country which don't have a lot of history. So as compared to like other countries, like even to England, like no, I mean US, the culture is UK, yeah. The culture is also shorter than even UK. So like they
Yes,
don't have
very
much
true.
things.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, you don't have much things to like share to the other countries. So like other countries, yes, they may be influenced, but they still have their own culture. Like even the best example, China, they got 5,000 years of history. Like even if like I got influence, so what? I still got other cultures. I got so many festivals. I got so many different styles of things. I got even shirts, clothes. We got so many different styles from the Asian time. But in America, they don't
Yes,
have. That's the point. So
yes.
even if we influence, it still got the culture like in the country itself. Yeah.
Very well said. Very good. It's true. 我们不怕了。可是 sorry not everyone think like you, no, Thomas. You have to understand a lot of people is like they are being blinded, 被 propaganda 被洗脑 brainwash, and they would like to like I'm not saying Taylor Swift is bad. I believe China also got a lot of possible good one. Example, some singer like Chen Long, for example, is one of them. Li Xiaolong, Lu Han. I don't know about you, you like Lu Han or not, but I still like him. And Zheng Cao, all these people, they also are quite okay. 还有 Fan Bingbing, 还有谁啊 Baby, Angela Baby. They are a very good role models to all of us. But why are we choosing others? Depends. Tian Xiang, are you able to tell me why? Yes or no? Yes, Tian Xiang. Are you okay to talk? If not, I move on.
Huh?
No, just now you say you want to think, right? Was it you or Zach? Is it Zach or Tian Xiang? I'm asking whether Americanism is it a threat?
I already answered.
Okay, so is Zach right? Is Zach haven't answered? Is it? Zach, yes.
I think in the entertainment industry, like a lot of people are like affected by American entertainment. For example, like kids.
For example, what?
Kids, like people that are like very young.
Oh, kids. Okay.
They're like quite affected because a lot of the a lot of celebrities currently are like from America. So I think they'll like idolize America a lot, and they will want to be like the idol. So like whatever the celebrities say, they will just like they'll follow and they'll like believe in it.
Exactly. But you know, some celebrities are good to follow, right? Because they give them good positive vibes.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying like the amount of power the American like celebrities have. So I think like American entertainment industry is like a threat.
Hey, talk about that. Then remind me, Zach, you know Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? The Terminator, that guy who is a bodybuilder. When I was young, I always have these pictures, and I always look forward to have this kind of bodies. That's why I go to gym. And then of course later on Dwayne Johnson, the Rock. Wow, you see, I like to go gyms and pump up my muscle, but now already pump also no point. Because you guys are young, still go ahead for your gyms. So these are, yeah, I agree with some. But some celebrities like take drugs do bad things then they follow it. Okay, rejections of American entertainment's influence, you see. So in China, only 34 foreign films, you see. They allow. China allowed, but only restricted to 34 of them. So is it a good thing or bad thing? Well, I think every country has its own reason to say that, look, enough is enough. I don't need all this entertainment, so many. Because I believe China's every year, they produce a lot of nice movie. 你们有看过那个非凡医生吗 ？Fantastic Doctor 有没有看啊？非凡医生 or very nice show. It's like a good doctors like that. They copy, they not say copy, okay, like they use the same ideas to do this good doctor. And one of the doctor is autistic. One part of the show, it really made me cry about this father who give away his liver and finally he died during the operations. About this, and then there's some other stories. That's why the world don't really accept autism people. Very sad. Not everyone. And this is true. And autistic people like to talk things very frank. Okay, so that's how I learned from the show. Okay, just to share with you. You look at this one. The whole entire movie here. So Hollywood Chinese movie. Where? I think I also watch a lot of Chinese movie. Which one? Okay, 三国演义 is not considered movie, but there's some movies are very interesting. 警察故事 from 成龙，叶问1、2、3、4 and that's some example. So we must write down, guys, write down. We must write down, ready? We must have a balanced view to look into this to ensure there is, right now, we must have a balanced view to ensure, right now, that the particular cultures will not be taken away through homonizations. All right. If you are done, can you type it out? Maybe Ian, can you type it out and share with the classmate as well? Thank you. Oh my goodness, shit. My pain come back again. Can you write down?
Wait, Joe, what is it again?
In order to have a balanced view, we must see. I also forgot already. In order to have a balanced view, go back to the next slide. In order to have a balanced view, we must have equal opportunities for both Hollywood and Chinese and other movies to prevent homonization. So we are looking for hybridizations. That means the locals, that means you see Jackie Chan, they go to Hollywood, then they have these Chinese people about, what's that show called? A few Chinese, Li Lianjie also went to US, Chen Long also. Like Kung Fu Panda, that was one of them, yes. They were caused by the Chinese to boycott the film due to the inaccurate portrait of the Chinese culture, yeah. And also the Mulan, the Disney Mulan also, I feel that the real human one, the setup of the setting is not really correct. I think the directors has a wrong impression how the Mulan is that Mulan was way back about few hundreds of years ago or 1,000 years. Different from the setting by the Disney Mulan. Okay. Now this is the one. That's called the hybridizations. So now they already allow, you know, this Donnie Yen, 什么蛋啊？叶子蛋啊，对吧？叶子蛋对吧？什么蛋？你懂那名字吗？
苏丹？
他这个名字哦，什么蛋
Oh,
啊？
I don't know. I don't recognize him.
啊，他是拍叶问1、2、3、4嘞。Get some line and watch Chinese movie, please. 叶问1、叶问2跟3，这个是真人真事的故事啊。他是李小龙的，不是他啦，不是他。那个叶问是一个传说的武术高手，李小龙跟他拜师过是真人真事，在香港的。This guy is a very famous Bollywood, B-O-L-L-Y Bollywood actors in India. These two I don't know, seriously. Can't remember. It's not really my slide. Hybridization in entertainment. And this one. Acceptance of Korean entertainments, Korean Wave and Hallyu. So you see, like just I asked you what others entertainments. This one of them is Korean. And now they are, so last many years ago, in the 80s, It was J-pop, Japan pop, and C-pop, not China, it's Canton pop, Guangdong the Cantonese pop. That's how I learned my Cantonese from the famous Han Yongling and Zhang Guorong. Doesn't mean doing that you will spoil your background of cultures. You must know where is your limit. Okay, let's move on. Wow, you see, grow. A very good example. This growth from Asia is the Super Junior. See, these are all Korean. I like one of my students say that, Thomas. Do you want to go to Korea? Don't want. Why? The whole city is made of plastic. I was like, what do you mean by plastic? Don't you know most of their face are all surgeon one, 假的。哇，给他们听到我不懂怎么讲。You know, seriously you sure not? They are all so pretty one 当然是一定有整容嘛，有打 Botox 的，我是觉得啦。Cannot be wow. I'm not against Korean people. Okay, then we have the food. Like I told you, I think food is the most important than entertainment. You realize in Singapore now got a lot of this Korean food. Or even the oh my god. Even the makeup. Okay. Due to the perceptions of invasion of Korean culture to political reason as a political tension with Korean. Why? Because of North Korea. So is Korean a threat now? In Japan, in August, then Japan rally in front of Fuji Television, their national TV, to express unhappiness with the increased presence of Korean programs. You see, even themselves also, you see, Korea was used to be colonized countries by the Japan. Now, also due to the deteriorating public perceptions of Korea as a result of underlying political tension between Japan and Korea, you see. So it's not just the entertainments that give a trend. They are because of politics, because of their history, because of their way they perceive that, no, especially the older generations will not like it. Okay, they feel it is like an ulu harmony, not a disgrace, but an insult to them. So take note of this one. Korean, they used to come out in some of the SPQ questions. So how about food? What do you understand by this? Okay, this you realize these are Western foods, Japanese food, and then this is also mixture Italian food. That means they give you a variety of food. In case they ask you that homogenization is like the whole culture replace the nasi lemak, the Chinese 海南鸡饭，还是 roti prata， 还是五云吞面，还小笼包、饺子、锅贴、粽子。Greater variety of food options. I told you already. The food is actually refers to cultures and values as well as religions as well. So provide local with easier access to foreign favors without traveling out of country. Yeah. No need to say this one. I think this part here is now traveling is so cheap. You can go anytime you want to. Once you have enough income, okay, you can fly anytime, anywhere in the world. You work hard, you save up enough money. You don't need to stay in Singapore. I think it's good. I think 北京鸭你们吃过北京鸭吗？有吗？北京鸭没有人吃啊？seriously Thomas 有吃北京鸭吗？可以吃吗？你们哈拉的可以yes， 一言你有吃新加坡的北京鸭那是我去北京去北京我在那边吃2次的北京鸭，跟新加坡的北京鸭是不一样口味。Okay, I feel it Okay, I love Beijing a lot, but the moment my students are more, the parents brought me there to one of the restaurants in Beijing. I eat, wow, the taste is totally different. I feel it. That is the cultures. Wow. 我现在讲了，我流口水。Okay. So take note of this one. This one is also a large number of the world. You see, Singapore have to use all these things in order to attract foreigners. And you realize these are all Americans. And even Japan also got this KFC. And then this SpongeBob SquarePants burger. Whoa, what do you think of this a significant cartoon like this? This is an American cartoon. A lot of students Thomas, some of the Tianxiang Zach Some of my students' parents don't allow them to watch this cartoon. Yeah, and you know, very violent. I don't know how violent you go and watch this cartoon if you have chance. I watch it, but it's a very stupid cartoon to me. All right, so all these countries, can you guess which country? Of course, all is US lah. You realize that the moment you go to any shopping center in Singapore, I think more than 50% are all Americans, F&B. So the top 10 in 2014, 10 years ago, McDonald's is the highest, followed by KFC, Subway. I don't like Subway bread. I don't enjoy it. I don't eat pizza. Yeah, I drink Starbucks. I like burger. Okay, Domino Pizza, I say I don't see. All this money go back to their country. Looking is a coffee from China, right? You see, they're coming out. So yeah. You see, it's a good thing. Looking is another good example to be creative. So the government in China must start to have more freedoms of choice. But sometimes because the country is too big, they have a reason for that to do certain things. They are not wrong. So let's go quickly. Reducing culture diversity and attracting local cultures. So people see it as an expansion of American. Write down, please. Write down. This one very important. I send to the group now. Then you copy, okay? These 2 points are very important. Just like the Italian coffee, they don't want them to come in because it will erode their original Italian coffee. Okay? Next slide. Okay, this one also reducing culture, the threats, local culture, people see as expansions. Is it the same? It's the same. Repeating. Okay. Is it repeating? I go the same. Okay. So in Italy, 1986, protesters demonstrated against McDonald's opening as they see it as an Americanizations. Write down this word, and Italy cultures of the Italian cultures. Write down. Okay, write down this. I sent to you. So back then, about 40 years to 50 years ago, people already cannot take it already. The keyword is Americanizations. Next, how come I keep repeating? KFC in India shop and attack outlets. Oh my goodness. You see, rejection, Bangalore in India. The farmers attack KFC restaurant. Claim that foreign food companies threaten their traditional agriculture practice by imposing Western farming. Okay, write down this one. I'm not sure your teacher shared this with you. This one. It's also very important. Oh, about 150 activities. But now you see India, do they have KFC now? I never traveled India before. And I'm so sorry to say, I don't think I will be able to enjoy Indian food because their food are so spicy. And the food there, I feel that it's not very hygienic. I got Indian friends who are born in Singapore here. When they go to India and visit their relative, they got diarrhea every day. The water only can drink mineral water. But the people staying there in India has been there, get used to the environment already. But we have a very, very protective stomach. Go there, we cannot take the food, even though it's the same. The prata here and the prata in India is the same flour. 面粉一样. So now, and you see, now you see, wow. How can they do that? How come they can do that? Initially, they are against McDonald's and KFC, but how come after so many years they are allowed to get in? There must be a reason, right? Because all these create job opportunity, create income, create taxes. So all this money, I don't see that why the government is rejecting them. Just like in China, I believe got a lot. China got McDonald's, right? Have Sorry if I go China and eat McDonald's, 我对不起自己我当然是吃那边的中国小吃的嘛，对不对 ？I eat McDonald's, myself eat in Singapore. Oh my God! 那些我们中国人在那边吃腻了那个中餐，他们要吃西餐。Just like 现在中餐也是可以做 fast food 啊。What does this show about this attitude culture? Does acceptance of culture? See, this is very important. That's why I say food, guys. No matter how, food is the one that attack faster than entertainment. 你要吃吗 ？Entertainment 你不要看不用紧 like some of you, I don't want to watch that, it's fine. But food is essential. You need to eat. If you don't eat, then what other things? You have no choice. It doesn't always end this way. McDonald's closing all restaurants in Bolivia. You see? Totally zero. Bolivia is in South America, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, South America. Why? Maybe because their food are too expensive for them to enjoy. And they have more low-income people. Like, yeah, you studied this month, right? The English, social, and economic. Okay, this one is not inside your textbook anymore. Huh? Okay, local culture influence fast food menus. Wait, can I move? Can I take this? Can I take this away? Okay. Allows local to savor the flavor of foreign and local cuisine dish in a dish. Some element of either the foreign or the local may be lost. See, this is the thing. Take note. When you have this one, sure one of the ingredients of the traditional food, the local food will be gone. Please copy and paste it in somewhere in your handphone, then later copy down. You can see all these things, you see. They lost the creamy smoked duck lemak. Lemak is Malay food. So they be creative, but the original flavors might be gone. But maybe it's a new generation, but the new generation take this food, but end up they lost the values, the tradition. So his food is a very important. Food can change the entire cultures and religions. So I feel that food is very serious. Teriyaki chicken pizza. And these are Japanese curry. You know, Japanese curry is more to the Indian flavor, right? But even though they are put Japanese curry, but they put the word Japanese, you see. So it's like people might think that this is invention by Japanese, not the Indian. Okay, teriyaki chicken pizza. The word pizza already tell you is Italian. So is it the local flavor of the chickens and the curry flavors of the Indians has slowly diminished. But they think that it's a Japanese who invented curry. Oh my God. Okay, in your opinion, explain two possible ways the local entertainment can compete with foreign entertainment in Singapore. Do you think hybridization is greater impact of local food culture than homogenization? Explain your answer. If you want to do these questions, I just send to you. I leave it to you. Okay, not compulsory, but if you want, you can go ahead and do. My student last time did that. So reflections, dynamic relationship between foreign and local cultures, both can influence each other. Does not necessarily lead to a dominance or reductions of one culture over the other. Depends. This one depends. Sometimes you really can take over the entire culture. Depends on which country also. Then homogenization change the local cultures to be more similar to foreign. Yes. Also depends, like Singapore, we don't care. Right? But other countries, they care. The tension leads to rejects of like Bolivia. Globalization can also lead to these hybridizations due to adaptations of foreign cultures, you see. It's more to the food. Right, it's more to the food. Oh, yes. Finally, we finished these topics here. And next Sunday, I will prepare you certain things. We still talk about H and H. Then next month will be different topics. Will be another topics in chapter 11. Is it 11? Yeah. Okay. So one more lesson to go. So your homework is, I leave it to you, but I know you all got WA1, so do WA2. Just do your exam first, study your test first, and